Yes, it's Thursday. Of course, you know, it's always healthy Thursday. Yes, you see, I'm doing my exercise already in the studio. You know, today I literally had to jog to prove to you guys that when we talk about Thursdays, our Thursdays are always very healthy. We try to bring healthy conversation your way. So we keep fit here in the studio to make you realize that, yes, we are doing what we are. Practicing what we are preaching. Welcome to Family and Values. Today is the 7th of March 2024. Of course, I'm very excited that you are our guest this morning. Thank you for joining us on Family and Values. My name is Joy Abu. And of course, we are streaming across all our social media platforms. Please download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. And of course, turn on your Facebook notifications so that you know when Family and Values, these beautiful ladies are here. Okay, so today I'm here, and you know, as I'm looking fit, Olori is also looking fitted also. Good morning, Olori.
A beautiful morning to everyone.
Yeah.
And good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, all over the world, wherever you're watching us from. And good afternoon, good evening. Yes, that's the way it should be. Because, you know, you have Canada, you have other countries. And we want to believe, because you're watching us all over the world, on our Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. And we love you. That's one beautiful thing I want you to know. But God loves you more. He loves you more because He has given you life this morning. My name is Irene Adejoke, and with David today, the 7th. Is loaded. You know, 7 stands for perfection.
Yes, it does.
So,
it stands for perfection.
We have told you our Thursday is going to be very light, very fitted, and very
straight from the gym.
Okay. Very fitted and very healthy as much as possible. How do we keep ourselves fit? What do we do to make ourselves happy, live our life? We have had many of our guests who have come to say, you need to exercise, you need to have the activities of life, mix with people around you, try to eat and live healthy.
Yes, try to eat and live healthy and take away grudges, you know.
That's another way that can actually you know, no matter the exercise you do,
you just wake up and see that, you're having somebody in mind. And you know, the worst thing is once you see the person or the method of the person weighs you down, you know, so that's why it's important for us to always be healthy.
It's good for you to now join us once again this morning, you know, Family and Value. We love you, like I said. We want to say a big thank you to the President of Galaxy Television for the opportunities given unto us.
Yes, we are saying thank you.
Mr. Teslim, Mr. Dewale, we
are missing him here in the studio.
I know you're watching, we're missing
we are missing you. We are missing you.
And the likes of Johnson and Kayode Sake.
And our able producer. Today, you know, our producer is today. She knows that we actually meant fitness when we told her.
We'll watch out for her.
It's okay. Yes, today is promising to be another interesting day, another educative day. Also, it's something you're going to learn that will be helpful to everyone around you. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned while we go for our mini feature. And when we return, our guest will be joining us. We'll see you on the other side.
Prostrate cancer. Prostrate cancer is cancer that occurs in the prostrate. The prostrate is a small walnut-shaped gland in male that produces the semi-fluid that nourishes and transports sperm. Prostrate cancer is one of the most common type of cancer. Many prostrate cancer grow slowly and are confined to the prostrate gland, where they may not cause serious harm. However, while some types of prostrate cancer grow slowly and may need minimal or even no treatment, other types are aggressive and can spread quickly. Prostrate cancer may cause no sign of symptoms in its early stages. Prostrate cancer that's more advanced may cause signs and symptoms such as trouble urinating, decreased force in the stream of urine, blood in the urine, blood in the semen, bone pain, losing weight without trying, and erectile dysfunction. It's not clear what causes prostrate cancer. Doctors know that prostrate cancer begins when cells in the prostrate develop changes in their DNA. A cell's DNA contains the instruction that tells a cell what to do. The changes tells the cell to grow and divide more rapidly than normal cells do. The abnormal cells continue living when other cells would die. The accumulating abnormal cells form a tumor that can grow to invade nearby tissue. Factors that can increase your risk of prostate cancer include older age. It's most common after age 50. Black people have a greater risk of prostate cancer than do people of other races. Family history and people who are obese may have a higher risk of prostate cancer compared with people considered to have a healthier weight. You can reduce your risk of prostate cancer if you choose a healthy diet full of fruits and vegetables, choose healthy foods over supplements, exercise most days of the week, maintain a healthy weight, talk to your doctor about increased risks of prostate cancer. About 1 in 44 men die of prostate cancer. Prostate cancer can be a serious disease, but most men diagnosed do not die from it. In fact, more than 3.3 million men who have been diagnosed with prostate cancer at some point are still alive today. Is prostate cancer very curable? Yes. If it's caught early, in some cases, cancer grows so slowly that you may not need treatment right away. Treatment can often eliminate prostate cancer that hasn't spread beyond the prostate gland.
Welcome back. Of course, we are discussing prostate cancer, and this particular cancer is actually common or related with men. And you know why it's important we are bringing this to you is just to remind you that this particular cancer exists, even though it's not probably talked about like the way you talk about women cancer, breast cancer, cervical cancer, or every other cancer. But this particular one is one that we need, even the younger generation, the younger ones need to know. You know, within the course of the week, I was trying to talk to some young guys, I think between the age of 10 to about 16, and I was like, do you know what prostate cancer is all about? And they were like, no. You know, and for me, I felt like something that is related to you, you know, you don't know, you know. So I was like, okay, don't worry, tune into Galaxy Family and Values on Thursday so that you have an idea. So I know that a lot of young men out there right now are here and they really want to know what prostate cancer is all about. But then, Olori, have you had encounter with someone who has who has had prostate cancer or
okay, I can
something?
only say there was a time I went for a cancer program.
Okay.
And, because it was a cancer program, they had to talk about prostate cancer.
Okay.
And because we are all matured, it was easy for the I had to record it. And while recording, everything she said was like, hey, it's not a matter of I'm so healthy as in I know how to, no. It comes and it presents itself even when you're not even looking at it. And it was saying, the lady was saying that you need to start doing a regular checkup from the age of 35.
Yes.
Just for you to be safe. I said, hey, 35. In short, he said, if you want to have a healthy, there's a particular vaccine and all that they need to take.
Yes, I think I heard about it.
Boy
yes.
child and all that. It's not all about the girl child, but even though the female have more are prone, but the prostate cancer is blah, blah, blah. Here, I said, okay. I need to be on the lookout.
I think at an early stage, I had someone who had prostate cancer, so I could see it more like a big daddy to me. So, but then I didn't really know what it was. I just noticed he was talking about having prostate cancer, needed to go for surgery. Well, he was going through some treatment, but I think later on he was fine. But then we are not medical doctors, so we won't know so much about it. And we are joined with our medical doctor to give us everything and insight into what we need to know about prostate cancer. We are joined here in the studio via Zoom with Dr. Emmanuel Onyenuche. He is a medical director, Waterfalls Hospital, Surulere. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, doctor. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Dr. Emmanuel. Hello, Dr. Emmanuel. Good morning. Okay, while doctor is still trying to join the conversation, I think he's trying to fix his network. I want to say something. You know, sometimes when we talk about cancer, it's generalized that it is only women that cancer is born through. And because the advocacy for breast cancer is and cervical cancer, initially, you know that most women didn't know about cervical cancer.
Yeah,
it was the advocates that started, people started talking about it, and then, and for the fact that breast cancer was literally common, you know. So I think it's important that advocates, the people start talking about prostate cancer, especially to this young generation of young men that are coming. Let them know the risks, what to do and what not to do, just to make sure that they don't grow up encountering this kind of an issue and feeling like something is happening somewhere that they cannot explain before. Like they used to say, prevention is better than cure. That is why we are trying to educate them on prostate cancer, to know what it is and everything. I'm hoping that doctor will be on line right now. Dr. Emmanuel. Okay, so while we are waiting for doctor to join us, I want to also say something. You know, in the course of trying to study, I realized that there are so many, should I call it, mystic reasons. You know, I put this and I was like, have you had an encounter with someone that had prostate cancer? You know, somebody, I put it out as a questionnaire, and somebody replied, sent me a joker in form of a sticker and said that one clergyman said something that why he cheated. Very funny. That why he was cheating over his wife for 15 years was because he didn't want to have prostate cancer.
Wow.
And that got me thinking. Yes. And this is a clergy.
He never wanted
to have prostate cancer. And that is why I really want.
That's confusing.
You know, the reason why I want doctor to come in and see how he can really help us with this, because it got me thinking, like, cheating, prostate cancer. What is the relationship between those two? Why? How is it going to be connected to the fact that prostate cancer has something to do with cheating? Is that an excuse for one to, you know, for the men to wave over, you know?
Okay, so maybe what we should do now is to go back to our mini feature.
Yeah.
For the benefit of those who are just joining us who missed it, it's time for you to sit back, listen properly, so that when you're sending your questions through,
you know the right questions
to ask, and if you see the signs, you know the right thing to do. Let's go back to our mini feature. We'll be right back. Don't quit.
All right.
Prostate cancer. Prostate cancer is cancer that occurs in the prostate. The prostate is a small walnut-shaped gland in male that produces semi-fluid that nourishes and transports sperm. Prostate cancer is one of the most common type of cancer. Many prostate cancer grow slowly and are confined to the prostate gland, where they may not cause serious harm. However, while some types of prostate cancer grow slowly and may need minimal or even no treatment, other types are aggressive and can spread quickly. Prostate cancer may cause no sign of symptoms in its early stages. Prostate cancer that's more advanced may cause signs and symptoms such as trouble urinating, decreased force in the stream of urine, blood in the urine, blood in the semen, bone pain, losing weight without trying, and erectile dysfunction. It's not clear what causes prostate cancer. Doctors know that prostate cancer begins when cells in the prostate develop changes in their DNA. A cell's DNA contains the instruction that tells a cell what to do. The changes tells the cell to grow and divide more rapidly than normal cells do. The abnormal cells continue living when other cells would die. The accumulating abnormal cells form a tumor that can grow to invade nearby tissue. Factors that can increase your risk of prostate cancer include older age. It's most common after age 50. Black people have a greater risk of prostate cancer than do people of other races. Family history and people who are obese may have a higher risk of prostate cancer compared with people considered to have a healthier weight. You can reduce your risk of prostate cancer if you choose a healthy diet full of fruits and vegetables, choose healthy foods over supplement, exercise most days of the week, maintain a healthy weight, talk to your doctor about increased risk of prostate cancer. About 1 in 44 men die of prostate cancer. Prostate cancer can be a serious disease, but most men diagnosed do not die from it. In fact, more than 3.3 million men who have been diagnosed with prostate cancer at some point are still alive today. Is prostate cancer very curable? Yes. If it's caught early, in some cases, cancer grows so slowly that you may not need treatment right away. Treatment can often eliminate prostate cancer that hasn't spread beyond the prostate gland.
We had to play that mini feature for those of you that just joined and you have an idea what prostate cancer is all about. Our doctor is on standby already. Good morning, Dr. Emmanuel Onyechere. Good morning. He is the director of Hospital Solere. Dr. Emmanuel, good morning.
Good morning, doctor.
Oh, thank God. It's so good to see you.
We've been missing your face this morning.
Good morning. We missed you this morning. Good morning, doctor. We are discussing prostate cancer this morning, and I want you to really educate our viewers, especially the young men out there, what prostate cancer is all about. Everything about prostate cancer.
Oh, great. Prostate cancer is a type of cancer that is specific to men, and for the reason that prostate is found in men. Prostate is an organ that is just around the base of the penis for men, just at the base of the bladder. So it contributes a fluid into the mixture that comes out as a seminal fluid. When a man ejaculates during intercourse, part of the component of what comes out, in addition to the sperm, is a fluid that is from the prostate. So that's why the prostate is very important. So it is sitting just at the neck of the bladder. If by any chance it that cells that are not normal, sometimes cells can change. Instead of being normal cells, they begin to proliferate, they begin to grow into an abnormal cell. So when it becomes abnormal and it starts growing, it can distort the shape of the prostate, and then it begins to cause a number of problems. Most of the problems we notice initially are urinary problems. That means the man may complain, I feel pain when I go to wee-wee, or I just notice I cannot hold my urine, what we call dribbling, or urgency. Sometimes when they start feeling pressed, it will be like if they don't rush to the nearest convenience, they will urinate on their body, So some people notice that there is something that as if they cannot urinate completely, or the stream of urine is narrower, or they struggle to urinate. So all kinds of things we group them under urinary symptoms. So sometimes those are the signs that can be seen, and you say, by the time we rule out other things that can cause it, which includes maybe diabetes, which include urinary tract infection, and other forms of obstruction, our mind will now go, maybe the prostate is enlarged, So although prostate cancer is not the only reason why prostate is enlarged, there's also what we call BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia. That one is benign, as the word occurs. That means it is not as invasive and it is not as damaging as cancer. The benign one, yes, it grows. It can also cause urinary symptoms, but it's not cancerous. And when it's not cancerous, we say it's benign. Either something is benign or it's malignant. Cancer is malignant because it can even go beyond the prostate and affect other organs of the body, the bone, the blood, and all that. So that's why we say it's malignant. So it's often more dangerous to the system. So when a man at starting age, usually median age of about 50 and above, begin to notice some of these urinary symptoms, part of what we want to do is to check if the person has a prostate cancer or BPH, like I said, benign prostatic hyperplasia. How do we do it? we collect a sample of blood and run a test called PSA. The PSA test will give us a guide. If the PSA is increasing several folds, usually it should be between 0 to 4, the unit used for it. But when it is several folds high, there will be that index of suspicion that it may be prostate cancer. And that means more tests may be required, like even a scan of the prostate, can scan it to see how it appears. We may also do what we call a biopsy. They take some part of that prostate, take it to the lab, and go and check to be sure if that person has prostate cancer.
Doctor.
So, prostate cancer is
Hello.
common. Hello?
Hello, doctor. Now, I want to
Yeah,
ask,
I hope you can hear.
What are those most important signs that we need to look out for when we talk about the causes? What causes prostate cancer? Those signs that we need to look out for and the causes of prostate cancer.
Questions. You are talking of the signs, you are also talking of the causes, I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I say your question is two. You are talking of causes and you are talking of signs. They are two different things.
What are the causes and what are those things we should look out for? There are two questions.
Fine. The causes are not clear. That means just like many other cancer, the cause of prostate cancer is not clear cut because you can say predisposing factors. That means there are some things that can predispose one to having prostate. For instance, age. 50 years and above is a predisposing factor. But it doesn't mean that everyone that is 50 years and above must have prostate cancer. But the truth is that every man will have an enlarged prostate if he lives long enough. That means prostate begins to increase in size in every man as they get older. If they live long enough, they will eventually have a prostate problem. Enlarged prostate, either in form of benign one, like I said, or malignant one, which in this case is cancer. But it's the end of every man that lives long enough. They will have an enlarged prostate and complications with urination. That's why you see elderly men always having one issue or the other with urination. It is their send forth gift. So, so the causes are not clear. However, predisposing factors like age, like I said, like being black is common in blacks like than whites and Asians. So being black is also a predisposing factor to it. Then other factors which does not have direct or indirect effect is things like smoking, things like exposure to certain radiation. Those are some other things that can be inactive life, a poor diet, no lack of exercise. Those are things that can predispose, and even lack of sexual activity and the rest. Those are things that have remote association with prostate cancer. So no one can tell you this is exactly what causes prostate cancer. And again, cancers are usually genetic. So if someone's family father also had prostate cancer, there is also a chance of having prostate cancer. So that is under the predisposing factors of what you would like to talk about causes. So if you want to talk about symptoms or what you notice, those are some of the things I earlier highlighted. Sometimes people who have prostate cancer do not have any sign or symptom at all, especially early. So they go about their business. Sometimes it's an incidental finding, just because we say people who are 50 years and above should check their prostate. So some people, in fact, a lot of people I know in my practice, it was just normal screening. They just get educated about prostate cancer. Say, let me just go and check my PSA. Doctors say we should check in case. So they go and check and their PSA is quite high. So when I say, look, we need.
Okay, doctor, we would hold you there. Let's go on our word of marble, and when we return, we'll continue the conversation with you. Hello. We have been discussing prostate cancer in men, and Dr. Emmanuel has been doing well enough to educate the young men out there what prostate is all about. Hello, doctor, are you still there? Hello, Dr. Emmanuel. Okay, we had to go on that quick break. Now, when I was doing a questionnaire about prostate cancer, I spoke to some young men and
Yeah,
they
hello.
said they didn't know anything.
Hello?
They didn't know anything. Hello, doctor, can you hear us?
Hello, doctor.
Yes, I can hear better now.
Okay,
I can
okay,
hear you
fine.
better
So,
now.
yes, so I said that when I did a questionnaire about prostate cancer, I spoke to a few men and they were like, oh, they don't know so much about prostate cancer. I said, okay, that's what we're going to talk about. But then somebody sent me something that really got me interesting. It said, a clergyman allegedly was cheating on his wife for 15 years to avoid having prostate cancer. And that brings me to my question. Is it true that constant sexual intercourse can help in healing prostate cancer or reduce the risks of prostate cancer? Because this is what the clergyman said. He said for 15 years, he was cheating on his wife to avoid prostate cancer. And so and that's what a lot of men out there will have at the back of their mind that, oh yes. So I wanted to medically clear this. Is it true that constant intercourse, sexual intercourse, can heal or reduce the risks of prostate cancer?
Yeah, anyway, thank you for that. Yeah, the social media has also been awash with stories about prostate cancer relationship with sexual intercourse. You will see some stories that say if men ejaculate as much as 21 times a month, they will prevent having prostate cancer. Um, yes, there is a relationship between sexual intercourse, the functional prostate. Let me use that word. It is not clear cut that sexual intercourse prevents prostate cancer because prostate cancer has other factors that are stronger than sexual intercourse. So if someone is genetically predisposed to having prostate cancer, even if they have sexual intercourse or ejaculate every day, it will not remove that factor. So there are other stronger factors than just sexual intercourse. However, it is believed that improved sexual intercourse because it helps with blood circulation around the area, and also if every ejaculation is believed to go release with it some form of toxin that that is thought to be associated with development of prostate cancer. So since ejaculation we among other things expel those toxins, it is believed, it is not scientifically proven clearly that sexual activity will reduce the chances of developing prostate cancer. But that is not an excuse for promiscuity, because in the grading or in the order, sexual intercourse is low on factors. That means if other factors like lifestyle, cigarette smoking, tobacco, genetic predisposition are there strongly, then sexual intercourse alone will not be able to change anything. But there's improvement of prostate because prostate is also a muscular organ. There's improvement on the nature of prostate when there is a regular sexual intercourse. And within the confines of a or a marriage, I think that that can still be achieved. So people looking for an excuse to be promiscuous will also know
Okay,
that
okay, doctor. I
every
want
act
to
has
ask this.
consequences.
Hello, doctor. Are you with us?
I
Okay,
can
my
hear you.
question to you is this: can prostate cancer be healed? Is it by medicine or by surgery? what are the modalities for healing?
Yeah, prostate cancer is treatable, especially if it is detected early. But if it is late, it may spread. Cancer has a tendency to spread, what we call in medical parlance, to metastasize. That means to go from where it started to distant organs. So cancer cells, anywhere they go, they start multiplying. So if prostate cancer is detected early detection is key. Just like we always tell women in breast cancer, in cervical cancer, early detection. When it is detected early, one good thing about prostate cancer is that it can actually be taken care of. That's why we say cure. That means if it's taken out or treated chemically or with radiotherapy, it can actually completely be eliminated and the person lives a normal life. That's the good thing about prostate cancer. And then the second one is that it's a slow growing cancer. There are some cancer that grow very fast, but prostate cancer is a slow growing cancer. So it gives you room to react as soon as it is detected. So we can say that it can be taken care of and the person is okay.
Okay, doctor, one of our viewers sent in a message. I would like you to clarify. It's also one of the questions I wanted to put across to you. The question, the person said, please help us ask doctor, can untreated prostate cancer lead to impotency in men? And I wanted to put this across to you also because I think men are using it as a yardstick for whatever they want to do. For, like you said, it's not a reason for promiscuity, but some men actually hide under it. So please, let's attend to this question. Can untreated prostate cancer lead to impotency in men?
Anyway, thank you for that question. There is a difference between impotency and erectile dysfunction. Impotency has to do more with not being able to start a child because of issues with sperm development, and the rest of them. But prostate cancer can be related to erectile dysfunction in a situation where one may not be able to have erection, to have sexual intercourse. So it may also be the question the viewer has in mind. I do not know, but that is usually most of the things they are concerned about. So it may not lead to impotency outrightly, but it can lead to erectile dysfunction. There is a relationship between part of the things that happen once there is that problem around prostate, whether it is prostate cancer or BPH, as the case may be, is erectile dysfunction. So the manhood or organ begins to misbehave, so it doesn't cooperate the way it should be. So that has also been linked to prostate cancer.
Doctor, I want to ask, when you talk about cervical cancer, there are some vaccines that girl child should start taking at a particular age. And I want to ask regarding prostate cancer, is there any treatment to prevent such from happening to a male person, like to prevent the prostate cancer from a young male person? What age can one find himself in this situation of having a prostate cancer? Like the girl child, you can start the vaccine, I think, from the age of 16 or 13. So in the area of prostate cancer, at what age should a male boy should be, put in the process of preventing prostate cancer?
Okay, that's fine. That's a good question. Prostate cancer and cervical cancer have different pathways, different causative factors. In fact, in the case of cervical cancer, it is the cause can even be identified. Remember, I told you for prostate cancer, you talk more of predisposing factors. But in cervical cancer, it is the association between HPV, human papilloma virus, and cervical cancer is clear. there is that link that human HPV exposure will eventually lead to, which is also sexually transmitted. That's why people who have multiple sexual partners, females, have a high chance of cervical cancer. So for cervical cancer, since HPV, a virus, has been identified, if you give a vaccine that helps to prevent HPV infection, it goes a long way to prevent cervical cancer. So children are given as young as 9 years. 9 years is the cutoff mark low. So you can prevent cervical cancer by giving those vaccines because you are targeting a virus, human papilloma virus. But in the case of prostate cancer, there is no identified cause. So vaccine will not do anything. No virus that is identified with it. So vaccine will not do anything. So in that case, what you do is screening to detect. When you suspect, you do further tests. Once it is seen to be prostate cancer, it is taken care of as quickly as possible. So the answer is no vaccine for prostate cancer, whereas there is vaccine for prevention of cervical cancer.
Okay, doctor, in the course of your conversation, you did mention that prostate cancer is a kind of parting gift to men, and you made reference to elderly men. Now, I want to ask, is it that, or has it been established that every man, as long as you're born a male, there are chances of you having prostate cancer in your lifetime before you pass on? It could be anytime, maybe your early age or late at 70 or thereabout. Are they scientifically proven that every young man has chances of having prostate cancer while they are on earth? Or is something that some people can just somewhere along the line live without having to suffer prostate cancer?
Okay, again, thank you for bringing back this. It's obvious that either I didn't communicate it well or you didn't get it clearly. I was not referring to prostate cancer when I said give to every man. I was referring to enlarged prostate. Enlarged prostate can be as a result of cancer. It can also be as a result of non-cancerous enlargement, what we call benign prostatic hyperplasia. In short form, we call it BPH. So every man will have an enlarged prostate if they live long enough. You see the question. Some people can have it at 50, 60. Some people will not have it until they live 100 years or 110. So it is waiting for every man. Some people don't live long enough to have it. So you say, but this man died at 90. He didn't have anything like that. That is true. His own may be that if he had lived for like 120 years, he will have it. But it has been found that this enlarged prostate is the end for prostate for every man. If that's why I say if they live long enough. So, but that long enough is relative. So a man may have enlarged prostate, which is prostate cancer, at 70, 75. Another one at 90 doesn't have it. You see what I'm trying to say? But that one at 90, if he lives longer, at some point he will start having urinary symptoms, and then you check the prostate because prostate gradually enlarges. So that's what I'm trying to make clear. I wasn't referring to prostate cancer. Prostate cancer is selective. Everybody must not have it. But everybody will eventually have every man, enlarged prostate. It now remains to know, is it benign? Is it cancerous, what we call malignant? But there is no blanket statement that says every man will have prostate cancer later in life. But every man will have enlarged prostate.
Thank you very much for that clarification. Yes, it is. Thank you so very much for it.
Oh, God. Doctor, you've done a great job this morning, and we're so delighted to have you. So I want you to give us a parting word to all our male out there. What should they look out for? Yes, you've enlightened us. You've given us a bit of those things. I know we have more that, if the time was available, would have gone all the way. So what is your parting word to our male out there, as we go?
Yeah, to all men, I want to say a few things. One is that people should not live in fear. Prostate cancer is not You don't inhale it. It's not COVID-19. It's not something everybody must have. So the fear should be removed. Again, people should do screening. Once they are 45 years and above 50, they should be conscious of prostate health. So it doesn't take anything to walk into a hospital and tell the doctor, I would like to do my prostate screening, or even diagnostic centers. They do a test called PSA. That's the first one, is the screening, just like you do screening tests for every other illness. So they should have that health consciousness. So no fears, do your health checkup, live a healthy life, lots of vegetable
Doctor,
exercise,
I
a
want to
balanced
say
diet,
something. Doctor,
be
please,
health
can you give
conscious.
us
Once
an
you notice
overview? Hello, doctor. Please, while you are rounding up, I know you have like 30 seconds. Can you just give us a brief knowledge of what is the price? You should, some people don't, it's expensive, and we're in an economy where everybody is scared even to go to the hospital and find out. So can you just chip in the price for screening, your own just analysis, your overview of the price of the screening, for the prostate cancer while you're rounding up, please? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay. So for the screening for prostate cancer, the commonest is the one is done with blood, which is called PSA. We also do prostate scan, but that will be when somebody has a symptom. Then we would like to do prostate scan. In fact, as a matter of fact, we also do what we call digital rectal examination, where we put our finger into the anus of the man, and then, because when you put a finger there, you will feel the prostate. So one of the things we do for men, which is the least expensive, is we put our finger into the anus and feel for the prostate. So by the time we feel the prostate, we will know if it's enlarged, what is the consistency, what is the shape. I mean, is it likely to? We can even make a guess that this may be prostate cancer, because prostate cancer and the BPH have different consistency, how they feel and their shape. So, but for PSA, I can't definitely say the price, but I don't think that PSA should be more than 10 to 15,000 to do now. But price of things keep changing, so it cannot really say, because of all the reagents they use in the lab. So one may not be certain again, but men are encouraged to walk in and inquire, but it shouldn't be much more than the amount I've said. And that's the first screening test. Then every other thing
Doctor,
follow. So
please,
we
somebody
encourage men
just
to do
sent
their
in.
screening.
If you are
once
just
a
sent
year.
in a message, and I want you to address that in 60 seconds. The viewer said, does personal hygiene in men also lead to high rise in prostate cancer? That message came in from Facebook. Does personal hygiene in men? So I want you to just within 1 second address that. Does personal hygiene in men have anything related to do with prostate cancer, please?
There is no direct relationship. However, personal hygiene is important to stay healthy. And a healthy person is reduces chances of getting prostate cancer. But direct relationship, no. If someone doesn't have the good hygiene, it will affect. And when you say hygiene, it cuts across the mouth, the organ, and the rest. So when they talk hygiene, you are talking of general body system. So if somebody is not hygienic, he will fall sick, immune system will be low, many other complications. But there is no direct relationship between hygiene and prostate cancer.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Emmanuel. He is the medical director with Waterfalls Hospital, Sulere. Thank you, Doctor.
You so much.
We've
for
learned
always.
so much. Thank you. And I
the
know the
best
young men
today.
out there have really understood what this prostate cancer is all about and taking away the fear, like you say, no fear. Thank you very much, Doctor, for joining us today. We really appreciate it. We wish you a very peaceful and graceful day ahead. Thank you.
Have a beautiful day.
Thank you very much. Always my pleasure.
Okay, it's really been I don't know. I feel very happy because I feel like men out there now understand what prostate cancer is all about. Like the person that actually sent in those two questions, when I literally told him, I said, watch so that you learn, because it was like he knew zero nothing about prostate cancer. And I was like, okay, don't worry. I'm not a medical doctor to tell you, but listen. And here I look at the questions he sent in, that's from his place of concern, you know. So it shows that, yes, you know, men out there, you've heard it from the doctor.
You just need to look out for yourself.
Look out for yourself.
Go for the screening, like you're told. It's nothing to, yeah, someone say 10,000, is it that easy? Yes, it is that easy. You can just start doing 500 or 1,000 from your bottle of green bottles and brown bottles, and you get it fixed, and it is well. And one thing was coming to my mind: prostrate. Why is everything about men always prostrate?
Why is it about prostrate? Right? Don't worry, we'll discuss that. We'll ask that question next time.
It just occurred to me, and I prostrate. You always prostrate. Men always prostrate. So I want to have my own talk by saying thank you for joining us this morning, and I pray that God will keep us healthy. As much as we look out for ourselves, we need to live healthy, we need to breathe healthy, we need to sit healthy, we need to eat healthy, and everything around us being healthy. My name is Remina Adejoke. I want to say thank you for being part of us. Join us and look out for our social media handle, Lori Adejoke and BDV on Facebook.
Yes, it's been an interesting and healthy Thursday here in the studio. You know, it's like Olori said, why do men's issue have to do with prostate? That's on a lighter note anyway. And that's how we are wrapping up our Healthy Thursday today. My name is Joy Abu. Of course, you can join me across all my social media handle at Joy Abu Official, and you'll see the pretty lady over there. You can download the Galaxy mobile app so that you watch us on the go. Please turn on your Facebook notification, your IG, your X, also known as Twitter page, so that you will not miss interesting conversations and topics, educative ones like this. Thank you very much for being our guest on Family and Values. We'll see you tomorrow, which is Friday. Take care and have a graceful Thursday ahead.
Bye for now.
Bye.